All right, so here's the deal. There's a lake, or a pond I should say, I guess, up on top of the hill over here. I've been there before and I know where it's at on the map. But just came off the trail. I hiked out here as fast as I could pretty much get here. Try to do kind of a speed trek out here. That's why I'm sweating so bad. Took me about 30 minutes and it's about almost 3K from my place, the route I took from the school. But it's all woodland, some of it's busting brush. But now I'm trying to use terrain association to get where I want to go. I know that there's a clearing pipeline over here. I know I came off the trail behind me. And I know that that pond is up on the hill over here. I've got my takedown fishing rod and some fishing lures. My plan was to come out here and see how hungry the fish are. But it's real easy to get misdirected in an area like this that goes up and downhill and has undulating terrain. So now it's just a matter of weaving through all these small saplings and trying to keep my bearings to get to the top of that hill. Stay with me. Okay, so I've been walking for about 5 minutes here, and I'm not walking fast now. I'm taking my time, but I'm walking uphill all the way. I see a spot up here that's pretty much a linear uphill embankment, and I know that that's how that lake sits because I've been there before, that pond. So I know I'm in the right spot, but it would be very easy out here to get misdirected if you didn't use terrain feature association. I did that by keeping a gully to my right, and I just kept going up the side, following a type of game trail probably left by a deer, figuring that they're going up there for water as well. I followed that to this point, and now I see my destination. All right, well, I got here. I dumped out my collapsible rod, my box of baits here. We'll talk about that in a minute. Set my M6 down. Look what we got. We got some rain coming in. Just sprinkles, looks like. I don't see any real dark clouds. And sometimes fish bite better when it's raining. We'll see. All right, well, if it starts raining too bad on us, we'll just duck under cover for a little while, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. Wipe a little sweat off me here in that truck. We'll get our rod out. You know, this rod that I've got, I apologize, I can't move the camera around as much as I'd like to right this second, but this rod that I've got is a Daiwa rod. I'm not even sure that you can buy this rod anymore. I really like the fact that it is left or right-handed compatible. The problem with it really for me, from a longevity standpoint or using it for years and years, although I've had this one for about 4 years now, is that you got a lot of moving parts on something like this. So that can be a little bit of a pain. But the thing I like about it is it fits into a very, very small and compact case. It has a few components that all snap into each other really, really well and fit together really, really well. Like I said, this one's about 4 years old and I've used it quite a bit. And the fit up on this thing, it never comes loose when I'm fishing with it. And I've had that problem with Eagle Claws before, like the Trailmaster series. I've never broke it. I've had that problem before with the Trailmaster series. I've broken one of those. The biggest fish I've ever caught in this rod is about 3 pounds. So I guess that's not saying a lot that I haven't broke it yet, but I did break a similar Trailmaster rod, ultralight action rod, on a pretty small fish. So it's got a screw-in reel seat. It's just a nice little, probably 5-foot ultralight rod. I got some 6-pound test on here. All right, very first cast. A little warmouth bluegill here. Probably, 15, 20 foot off the bank maybe. Something like that. Not a big fish. But again, like I always say, you're not after the 10-pound bass in the middle of the lake. You're after the 4-inch bluegill that you can eat all day. Things won't leave it alone. Little warmouth bluegill are just tearing that thing up. Will not leave that rooster tail be. One hit right at the bank there. Oh, there's another one. 3 casts, 2 fish. They ain't big, but they're fun. They're little ones for sure. I thought maybe if I came up here with a rod, I could get closer to these weed beds and stuff out here in the middle. I could maybe entice a bigger fish. But oh man, tried to set the hook and jerk him out of the lake on that one. Go on the other side of this weed bed and see what we can. Oh, got crazy on that one. Dang fish took me in the weeds. And my drag wouldn't pull him out. Oh my gosh. Come on now. Let go of it, buddy. I want to hurt you. There we go. So, I threw my bait over a tree. I jerked it out of the tree and it fell in. I had a bunch of slack in my line. I started reeling in. And this fish must have swallowed it on the way down. Crazy the amount of fish in here. Literally as fast as you can throw your lure in. This is a rooster tail, white, copper spinner, a little bit of red in the tail. We'll talk about my tackle box here in just a minute. I ain't slowing down any. I'm about tired of catching fish. If I was up here to camp for the night, 6 or 8 of them bad boys in the skillet, them things are Pathfinder skillet size. Well, that was a pretty good time. Probably caught, I don't know, at least 10, maybe a couple more than that. I bet I ain't been here for 20 minutes, maybe 25. But so let's walk back over here to where my tackle box is at. I walked down the bank just a little ways from where my stuff was at. We'll talk about what's in my tackle box. Stay with me. All right, so back to the old backpack here in the fishing box. And this is just a double-sided Plano box. And the only type lures I carry, most generally, are Mepps style and rooster tail style lures. Multiple colors, multiple blade colors, skirt colors, body colors. I've got 2 sides on here. And this side, I've got one compartment that's got a pair of nail clippers and a cigarette lighter in it. Always handy in a fishing scenario, as well as a multi-tool of some sort. And here's the other flip side of that box. There's probably 20, 25 lures in here. Probably 20, closer to 20. But what I generally do, just like I did today, is the first thing I'm putting on there is something bright color like white. Something that's going to attract attention, especially on a sunny day. It rained when I first got out here, but it's sunny and clear now, and there's the water is just like crystal calm. So again, just a break from the trucking, a fun little fishing trip up the hill here, and combining it with my daily regime of exercise is a good thing. All right, guys, well, I had a good time today out here at this little pond. Caught plenty of fish. Like I said, for me, it's not about, if I'm not catching the biggest fish in the lake, or I'm not out here catching whales, that doesn't make me mad at all. As long as I'm catching something that's edible, that's a food source, then I know I'm doing something right. And there wasn't one of these fish I caught today over 6 inches long, something like that, maybe 7. But I tell you what, most of them, other than just a couple of really real dinks, were edible sized fish that would fit in a Pathfinder skillet just perfect. All right, guys, well, I appreciate you joining me out here today on this quick hike and quick video, little fishing trip on the side. I appreciate your views, and I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, and for our business. All of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends, time for me to pack up and head 3K the other way at speed. See you later, fellas.